And as they...
Kevin, thank you.
Oh, that's a great story. David, thank you. Here's the starting group for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. P.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the 3. And for Golden State, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Chris, and it's Wiggins in at the small forward position. Now here's Thompson. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Now here's Wiggins. Off target at the rim. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. They get Stephen Curry.
Hey, Harden is seeking contact. He is hunting bodies when he drives. He's so good at just getting his body into the path of the defense.
Harden hits them both.
And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden, often maligned for his lack of effort defensively. But quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And, you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well.
Westbrook kicks to Harden. To the paint, and stolen by Chris. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. And Thompson throws it down.
And, you know, for a big man, I think Green is one of the better dime droppers in the league. I mean, he's a true point forward who has excellent vision and sees the floor well.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Green outside Curry. Shoots the 3. Rebounded by Tucker. Rockets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Harden finds Westbrook. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. Here's the floater. And no good. Curry with the defensive effort. And now here's Chris. Tight defense on him. And the wide open shot from Green. Off target with his 3. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Houston Rockets. It's a 3-point game.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
And the Warriors with possession here. The Rockets making the shot. Here's Curry, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Quite possibly the best shooter of all time. Curry just continues to impress.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Bucket is good.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Warriors trail by 5. Poole the pass to Looney. It's rebounded by Houston. Here is Harden. His second shot goes in, off to a good start. 2 for 2.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Poole. Pass to Curry. It's a hand on it. It's good on the putback.
Excellent awareness of where to be on the offensive boards. He did it with great position.
Harden surveying the D. There's the triple. Offensive rebound. Chandler. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
And, you know, Harden has that quick first step. Once he sees a lane to the rim, he's going to take it.
Curry against Westbrook. Here's the 3. And that's good. Steph Curry for 3. Curry's got 5 points so far. Harden dishes to Chandler. Harden outside. This one for 3. That shot no good. Warriors trail by 4. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And this is where Steph thrives. The more room he has to run and operate, the more dangerous he becomes.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stuff.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
Looney kicks to Curry. Looney down low. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
James Harden getting it done for the Houston Rockets. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. Naturally a ball-dominant player, James Harden talked to us about others.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, of course.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big game.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out to you from a numbers standpoint?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
So on the floor for Houston, Rivers and Gordon make the backcourt. Jamari Carroll is out there with Ben McLemore, and it's Green in at center. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. The Rockets last season traded Clint Capella for Robert Covington. The front office felt it was a move they had to make to go from good to great. And, of course, they certainly gave up size, but with Westbrook and Harden in the lineup, they needed more shooting, with open driving lanes to be at their best. And Covington provides that, along with great perimeter defense. Guys?
A team that's no stranger to bold moves. Thanks, David.
Even when Gordon is under pressure, he finds a way to score the ball. That's what he is. He is a determined and capable scorer.
Here's Poole. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Jeff Green picks one up. Greg, which team do you think has the toughest offense to stop in the NBA?
You know, in their heyday, it was the Warriors, no doubt about it. Now, though, things are changing a little bit. It's a tough one to say. The Bucks seem to be amazing with what they're doing with Giannis. The Rockets with that 1-2 punch of Harden and Westbrook is incredible. And don't sleep on the Lakers or the Clippers, partner. Right now, there's a few of them out there that I would lose a lot of sleep over trying to prepare to play against.
Yeah, I'm glad you included the 2 LA teams. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Rockets.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Stephen Curry's checked in for the Warriors. Smailagic misses.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Rivers against Curry. Curry on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Eric Gordon with the rebound. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. 3-point lead.
And that corner 3 a cornerstone of P.J. Tucker's game. Takes and makes them as much as anybody in the league.
And Greg, how about this little factoid? Back at the University of Texas, he only shot 4 triples in 3 seasons. Floor spacing was not a part of his game. It was about getting that thing in the paint. But to his credit, and it's an example for all young players, through hard work, that short corner has become his bread and butter shot. Talk about a total transformation from no threes to being a dead-eye corner 3 shooter.
Back to McLemore. 3-pointer. That shot off. The Warriors go the other way with it. Curry passes to Wiggins. Outside Curry. Lets the 3 fly. To the middle. Here's Smilagic. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Wiggins with the block.
Great read that time by Wiggins, anticipating the shot. Sends it out with return to sender postage.
Carroll with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Another shot. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And the basket by Smilagic.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Rockets have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told.
We often talk about Gordon's scoring ability, but there, great feed to an open teammate.
Toscano passes to Wiggins. Golden State moving the ball around. Here's Toscano, guarded by McLemore. 43 seconds left to play in the first half. Toscano misses. And the pass to Tucker. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Curry's shot is off.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Wiggins. Oh, that was terrific.
Good. Making the impossible look easy. Wiggins with the great creativity in the air. He typically hangs in the air a little longer than the average bird, though.
A nice shot by Rivers.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
No one near Curry as he... Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And that 3 makes things just a little more...
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Half. James Harden was the man in the first. He had 10 points. And as great as James Harden has been, his game has attracted his share of critics. And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often. But in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Wiggins is out there with Green, and it's Chris in at the center position.
And Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lesson. But you're right, got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding. Boy, Andrew Wiggins, the former first overall pick, showing off his passing skills there.
Covington kicks to House. Here's Westbrook. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And after over a decade with the Thunder, last season, Russell Westbrook starting fresh with the Rockets, a superstar pairing with longtime friend James Harden.
And, Greg, there were some legitimate questions about Harden and Westbrook and how they would play together. Westbrook not the floor spacer they looked to put around Harden.
And that preceded their moves at the trade deadline. I mean, committing to small ball. Westbrook, the lone non-shooter from distance, unlocked, though, to attack the paint.
Wiggins drives in. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Wiggins has got 4 this quarter.
So far, so good to begin this half. They're 3 for 3. Perfect.
Pass to Harden. And here's Westbrook. Pass to House. Here's Harden on the wing. And the shot goes in.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
Thompson outside. Pass to Curry. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Westbrook kicks to Harden. A pass to Tucker. Kicks it out to Harden. And he banks in the layup. 17 points for James Harden.
Guys, it's hard to shake Harden off his game. He's so strong and skilled. He keeps his balance right where he needs it.
Curry finds Green. Back to Curry. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
Green, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Rockets leading by 5. Harden with it. Now defended by Wiggins. Harden dishes to Westbrook. Harden the pass to Green. And that one drops. Green's got his first basket. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
On the wing, Green. Here's Poole. Here's Looney. Banked in off the glass. Looney's got 6.
It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. Harden, no good. Warriors trail by 3. The deep 3 from Thompson. Here's Green, and Covington sends it back.
Covington's reach, the length of his arms really coming in handy when he goes up to block shots like that.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Outside, Covington. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. For the Rockets, Damari Carroll's checked in for Robert Covington. Ben McLemore comes in for Daniel House. And it's Gordon in for James Harden. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
Yeah! And there you go. Monster finish. Wiggins aggressive, attacking off the dribble.
It's good from Gordon on the assist from Westbrook. 8 points for him.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Here's Looney. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Looney's got 10 points.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. The Rockets on top, up 3. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. They've got Damari Carroll out there. Gordon out there with Russell Westbrook. Then it's McLemore, and it's Tucker in at the 5 down low. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. It's a 3-point game, and it's the Warriors on the break. Chris gets the bucket. Chris has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Warriors. And stolen by Chris. Thompson left side to take the lead. It's blocked.
A rare rejection that time from Tucker, using that long reach though, and times it perfectly.
Here's Westbrook, and the layup's good off the glass. And the Rockets lead by 3. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Rockets.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
The Rockets making a switch here. Covington's checked in.
And former 7th overall pick Ben McLemore finally seems to be finding his footing in the NBA.
You know, he was known in college, Greg, for his shooting touch, and now delivering on some of that efficiency offensively. Good to see the young man make that kind of progress.
Pascal, the pass to Chris. Back to Pascal. Covington with the steal. Tucker finds Westbrook. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Curry fires from way outside. Hit his foot. And the ref's whistling a kick ball. And the Warriors making a change here. Wiggins is checked in. Passes it to Pascal. Got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. James Harden, he's checked in for the Rockets. Clock at 6. Wiggins up top, defended by Gordon, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
Inviting contact on the drive. Wiggins with the aggressive move. Pays off there.
Westbrook drives in and finished off by Westbrook.
Boy, that time Russell Westbrook going for the spectacular with a little extra pizzazz.
Thompson against Harden. Pass to Pascal. Thompson outside. There's the 3. That shot missing. Good work defensively by Harden.
And really, they've rebounded well all game long.
Yep, and they've needed every one of those boards. This game's still close.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
And with a limitless jump shot, the elusive ball handling skills, Curry can get a bucket pretty much whenever he wants.
Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Daniel House is checked in for Gordon. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
On the wing, Wiggins. He's covered by Westbrook, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
Close game, big score, Wiggins embracing the challenge.
Westbrook kicks to Harden. Back to Westbrook. Over Thompson. It's stolen by Green. Chris pass to Green. And Green slams it in.
And the experience helping Green on these possessions, welcoming the chance to sink a big shot.
And Harden with the stuff.
How good is that? Harden commanding the ball in these moments. Loves stepping up at crucial times.
Over in the corner, Green. Green draws the double. Thompson outside. Pass to Chris. Here's Curry with the three. Rockets with the rebound. Covington's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Westbrook drives in, and Westbrook throws it down.
No surprise there. I mean, this is who Westbrook is. This is what Westbrook does. Ready to step up in the biggest moments.
The pass to Green. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Outside for Curry. Takes the three. It's rebounded by Houston. Here's Westbrook. And Curry pulls it down.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Outside, Green. Up top, Curry. Higgins outside. Passes to Chris. On the wing, Thompson. Over Westbrook. It counts. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Well, I tell you what, Steph Curry, somebody lit a fire under him.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Now Harden. And there's the call on Curry. That'll be his second foul of the game. And so it's a narrow victory for Houston, pulling it out for the double. They break the hearts of everyone. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark. A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. PJ Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the small forward position. And for Los Angeles, we've got Patrick Beverley. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Zubac in at the 5. No good that time. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Rockets.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back three, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a two-move torture chamber.
George looking around to the paint. Morris inside, defended by Covington. Knocked away, stolen by Tucker. Here's Houston now. Here is House. It's hauled in by Zubac. And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention four-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now, here's George, and George with the stuff.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw this game. Free throw good, Paul George. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Houston moving the ball around. A shot by Harden, wide open. No good that time. And the Clippers will come the other way. And Morris throws it down.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Tucker the pass to Westbrook. Harden outside. From downtown, it's hauled in by Zubac.
When he forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Back to Zubac. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
A really smart opening quarter for them at the offensive end. Moving, finding good shots. They're 4 for 5 from the field.
It's Harden with the drive, and it goes down 2 points.
Well, Harden's strength is part of what makes him special. Able to score through all kinds of contact.
Outside, George. Out to Morris. Pass to Beverly. Here's Zubac. Shoots over Tucker. And he can't bank that one in. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Here's Covington. Harden, they grab their own miss. Westbrook scanning the floor. 6 on the shot clock. They shoot again. He goes up again. Here's Harden. It's stolen by Morris. Outside, George. Zubac the pass to Morris. Back to Zubac. Covington trying to break free, and that one is good from Zubac. Zubac has got his second bucket of the game to go. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Leonard with the steal. Morris passes to George. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. JaMychal Green comes in for Marcus Morris. Landry Shamet's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. And a switch here also for Houston. Chandler's checked in. Green finds George. 1:06 left here in the first quarter. They get the rebound. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's Westbrook. And that one, good.
Well, I just love Westbrook's energy and explosiveness on fast breaks. There's rarely a moment where he's not giving his all.
Williams attacking. In the corner, Shamet with it, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Jackson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Rockets. They trail by 6. The 3 from Harden, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Harden's got 7 points.
Oh, I love how Harden pulls once he gets the ball. If you play off him just a little bit, it'll cost you.
Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Covington kicks to Harden. Covington with it. Williams picks him up. The tray. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Now Williams. At the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Clippers ahead, up 3. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Earlier tonight, we spoke at Paul George about...
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
Jermichael Green is out there with Landry Shamet. Then it's Montrezl Harrell. And there's Jackson, and it's Williams at the 2-guard position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Here's McLemore. And here's Rivers. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Rockets trail by 5. Now here's Rivers. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Inside. Green breaking loose. That's good from McLemore on the assist by Rivers.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
Back to Williams. Now the pass to Green. Green draws the double. Here's Harrell. A second chance effort, and it's good on the layup. Harrell's got 4 points in the quarter.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Green finds Rivers. And some nice passing there by Houston. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Williams. Tyson Chandler is checked in for the Rockets. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Marcus Morris comes in for Green. Paul George, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. And it's Beverley missing.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
Pass to Carroll. It's Rivers on the wing. Back to McLemore. The three-pointer, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
The Clippers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard. Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
McLemore dishes to Gordon. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. From deep, McLemore, good on the triple. McLemore's got 5 points now this quarter.
And that three-point shot from McLemore is just cash. Don't let this guy get free from the perimeter.
Back to George. Down low. Zubats, that's good. Zubats has got 6 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Rivers passes to Chandler. Back to Rivers. 1:25 left now here in the second. And he could not. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Harden. That one's in. Only his 4th make against 9 total shots.
Oh, what hustle from Harden. Just sprinting down the floor in transition, finding a great shot as a result.
And Leonard has it in the corner. To the inside. Covington with the steal. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. That ties the game. Harden's got 4 points this quarter.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Zubats. It's rebounded by Houston.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
That puts them in the lead. Harden's got the lead up to 2 now for Houston.
Yeah, well, that's what I like to see from Tucker. Head up, looking to use his teammates. He's a smart player. He knows he can't do it all by himself.
And here are the Rockets. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. It's whoa, what a finish!
Run that back. I want to see the replay now. I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
To the paint. Here's Zubats. And it's rebounded by Covington. With 2 seconds left. And Harden with the lay-in. Now it's a 6-point Rocket lead.
Amazing feel for scoring on the interior. I mean, Harden, he's excellent at mixing it up.
James Harden getting it done for the Houston.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. James Harden led the way in the first half. He ended up with 17 points. And that...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So on the floor for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Rivers out there with Robert Covington, and it's Chandler in at the 5 down low. And here we go. Houston running again. Westbrook kicks to Harden. Shoots from the high post, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Harden's got 19 points.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
Westbrook passes to Chandler. Harden against George. Harden dishes to Westbrook. Kicks it out to Harden. Corner shot. That's good on the jump shot. 21 points for James Harden.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists. And C-Web, the strength and conditioning of James Harden, something I'm not certain everybody has an appreciation for.
Yeah, and to your point, back in high school, despite leading Artesia to back-to-back state championships, Harden dealt with asthma and was frankly out of shape. Over the years, dedication to diet and training, that enabled him to reach new heights.
Now, here is Morris. Zubac trying to break loose. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Wow, look at Morris, just using that big body of his to draw contact. The defense has a tough time matching up with him.
It's his first trip to the line. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Green comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Landry Shamet's checked in for George. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Here is House. He's still scoreless so far in this one. McLemore with the ball. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go with a 3. Green with the rebound. Clippers trail by 6. Shamet with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Jackson, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Here's Harrell. From 8 feet away, he drops it in. Harrell's got 6.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
And stolen by Harrell. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. And there's Jackson on the assist by Williams. Now just a 2-point Rocket lead.
Don't sleep on Williams' ability to create for others. That's a veteran play.
Now here's McLemore. He's covered by Shamet. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. And the Rockets making a change here as well. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Damari Carroll. Jackson drives in. And Harrell slams it in.
But you can't leave somebody that wide open when Jackson's running the show. Reggie will find him every time.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s. Players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
Now here's Green. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Rockets lead by 1.
And you really can't forget about Green's speed. So effective on the drive.
And he makes that one. Leonard's got 6 in the quarter. And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
Jackson passes to Harrell. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. Rockets have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Passes it to Tucker. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
If he's got his hands on the ball within a few feet of the basket, Tucker has one thing on his mind. Dunk that ball.
Now, here's Shamet. He's guarded closely. And it's Harrell missing.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
And stolen by Harrell. Now the Clippers moving it up. And that one's good, Shamet. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Gordon deciding where to go with it. Tucker the pass to Gordon. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
It's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
And the shot is good. Harrell's got 9 points here in the second half.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Tucker. Here's Gordon. Count the basket. Gordon's got 4 this quarter.
The strong upper body of Gordon, contact does not affect his shooting motion.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Rockets lead by 1. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Oh, beautiful feed. Always a luxury to have a big man who can see the whole floor.
3 tenths quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Beverly in at point guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Yeah, just trying to keep the momentum now, and that's easier said than done.
Now here's Beverly. Stolen by Westbrook. Harden left side. Outside Westbrook. Back to Harden. And he comes up with the deuce. And now it's up to 25 points for James Harden.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Here's Harrell. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
He's been a different player since halftime, coming on strong now.
And Westbrook, here we go.
You can usually count on Westbrook being among the NBA leaders in points off drives. In control at any speed.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Loads it up.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And here's Harden for 3. The shot missing. The Clippers go the other way with it.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. And a switch here also for Houston. Chandler's checked in. Kicks it out to Leonard. Back to Morris. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
When Morris gets it down in the paint, he's deadly, using his big arms to get these shots up and in.
Inside. Kicks it out to Harden. Fires it up. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Rockets lead by 3.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Sure. And foul on the shot. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, guys. Well, the Rockets coach had some words for his team during the timeout. He told them, hey, guys, this is a close game, but if we execute right here, I like our chances. There's no need for hero ball. Trust one another. Make the simple play. Kevin, back to you.
And Morris throws it down.
Now, these shots are important for Morris to make, demonstrating why he is seen as a leader of this group.
It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
They need points so Westbrook gets aggressive, so determined to provide for the team.
Morris, no good. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Houston Rockets. It's a one-point game.
I mean, and these are the kinds of shots this team expects Harden to hit regularly. I mean, just such a talented offensive player.
And stolen by Gordon. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. And there's the lay-in. And the Rockets lead by 5.
And this is what you love about the game. Superb defense, great steal, and just like that, they add 2 points to this narrow lead.
Just the silky shot from Beverly. He's so good at hitting these important shots.
Westbrook passes to Harden. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. 29 points for James Harden.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
Exactly. Give it to the guy with the hot hand as long as you can. Let him try to close this out.
And the jam by Harden.
A ferocious player on the offensive end. Harden is fantastic at staying aggressive, actively looking for a shot.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
Leonard with the steal. Morris finds George. Back to Morris. And it's rebounded by Covington. Rockets leading by 5. It's Harden with the drive. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Oh, that's straight out of Harden's playbook. Go on the attack, drive the lane, force the defense into foul.
Lou Williams is checked in for Patrick Beverly. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Houston. Daniel House comes in for Eric Gordon.
A good league is even better with excellent work at the stripe.
The Clippers have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the 4th quarter. George passes to Zubac. Outside for George. Zubac in the post. Guarded by Tucker. No good from Zubac. And here are the Rockets now. They're on a 12-4 run right now. From deep, Harden. The Clippers grab the miss.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Williams attacking. Got it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And this is what Lou Williams delivers to his team. Quality shooting even under the highest level of pressure.
Now, here is Harden. Just 5 on the clock. And that's going to be a travel. Here's Williams. Got it. Now it's just a 3-point Houston lead.
What a score, this guy.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. The city of Denver is in front. And David.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Here's the starting group for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. P.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the 3 spot. And for the Nuggets, at the forward slots, it's Barton and Millsap. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. And it's Jokic in at the 5. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Here's Jokic. The Rockets making the shot. And that one's good. Millsap.
Who's competing right now? Millsap wanting to make the most out of that possession.
Harden against Harris. Tucker the pass to House. Here's Westbrook. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. Think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight. Almost perfect in the game to start, 3 of 4.
And after establishing himself as a key player in Denver, Gary Harris's play trailing off the last couple seasons. Greg, what's your read there?
I really feel like, Kevin, injuries have played a part, an extended cold streak, but the Nuggets didn't lose faith. He helped build their success over the years, and they consider him a key piece moving forward as well.
Here's Westbrook following the basket by Jokic. Westbrook surveying the D. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Houston. Now, here's Millsap. He shoots again. The putback, offensive rebound. Here's Jokic. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Now here is Harris. He's guarded closely. For 3, Millsap. Rebound by House. The Rockets have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Kicks it out to Covington. Houston moving the ball around. Barton against Harden. Makes it off the glass.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Murray the pass to Jokic from past the arc. Another miss by Jokic.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Millsap. Porter comes in for Barton. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Gary Harris. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Now here's Covington. Passes it to Harden. Shot clock at 5. That one goes. Count it.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
The Nuggets trail by 4. And the basket is good.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
There's the feed to Chandler. Now Harden. He has 6. It's good.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Porter passes to Craig. Here's Jokic. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Tyson Chandler.
Just have to stay down on any kind of pump fake. Once Jokic got him up in the air, he had him. You dig down deep at some of the numbers. Jokic is a much better defender than what he gets credit for. I think we always think about athleticism around rim protection, but sometimes it's just about size and smarts, and he has that.
Mason Plumlee's checked in for the Nuggets. Now here's Green, and it's sent back by Jokic.
Jokic using all 7 feet there. Good effort by the center.
Here's Morris. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And going back to his performance at the line last year, guys, 84% as a free throw shooter.
Now here's Green on the wing. Gordon down low, and it's Green with the jam.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
Morris inside. He's guarded by Rivers. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got 7 points in the game. And here's Rivers. To the middle, trying to find Green. He's got it now. Banked in off the glass. Green's got his second bucket. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
James Harden getting it done for the Houston Rockets. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct.
The mentality of how we play, how we move.
Greg sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again. But Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Denver, we've got Plumlee. He's out there with Porter. Jokic is out there with Monte Morris. And it's Craig in a 2-guard. Here's Porter. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
McLemore, the pass to Tucker. Back to McLemore. Here's Tucker. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Rivers gets to McLemore. Shot from free throw range. Here's Tucker, and it's sent back by Plumlee.
Showing good shot blocking skills at times. Plumlee gets all of that one.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Paul Millsap's checked in for Jokic. Barton comes in for Michael Porter. Harris is checked in for Torrey Craig. And Murray's subbed in for Monte Morris. Houston moving the ball around, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Harden the pass to Green, and there it is for him. Green's got 6.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
And that one's good. Millsap.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Harden surveying the D. And it's sent back by Millsap.
Great block from Millsap, sending that one back.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. For the Rockets, Robert Covington comes in for Jeff Green. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Rivers. Denver leading by 3. Now here's Murray. With the floater. The shot, no good. The Rockets have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway.
And if you're drawing up your starting 5 for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
Murray, the pass to Millsap. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Millsap's got the lead up to 3 now for the Nuggets.
That's more like it, rounding into form after a very, very difficult first quarter.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. For the Rockets, Damari Carroll's checked in for P.J. Tucker, and Daniel House subbed in for Gordon. That one drops. He ties it up. And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid-30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with the hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Harden against Barton. To the inside. Here's House. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 5 assists in the game. Here's Murray. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Murray fearless on that drive right there. Not worried at all about the contact.
Westbrook with it. He's got 11. Pass to House. Harden with it. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Barton dishes to Grant. Here's the teardrop. And he lays it up and in. Grant's got the lead back up to 3 now for the Nuggets. Here's Westbrook. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
Russell getting to the rim. One of my favorite things to watch the entire season.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Nuggets lead by 1.
Thanks, guys. Here with Coach Mike Malone. How has ball movement opened up things for you offensively?
Every game we have where we get into a one-on-one game, over dribble.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greeting a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Some good action during the period. Thanks for joining us.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
So on the floor for Houston, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the 3 spot.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Count it. Jokic has got 10 points in the game.
Well, Jokic is big, Jokic is long, and he does a great job there of corralling that ball and taking advantage of his length.
And Harden with with the stuff. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Here's Millsap. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. 8 points for him.
Well, Millsap, the go-to guy here. This offense has some sets where they like to get him the ball in some isolation. Good work on the inside that time.
Covington finds Tucker. Harris against Harden. Back to Tucker. Shoots over Barton. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Millsap. Porter comes in for Barton. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Gary Harris. And Monte Morris subbed in for Murray. Tyson Chandler, who's checked in for the Rockets. Here's Jokic. The Nuggets with another miss. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And the Houston Rockets last season going out and getting Robert Covington. Greg, why was that a good fit for this team?
You know, Kevin, his range shooting really unlocked Westbrook's ability to get to the lane. Also, Covington's contract creates some flexibility. One of the best values in the league as far as productivity.
Well, Westbrook draws so much attention, so takes advantage there, finds a teammate.
The defense just too soft on that possession. You have to be closer and contest at the rim.
Westbrook with it. Now defended by Jokic. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by Chandler. Westbrook's got 15 points.
Yeah, Westbrook, you fear this. He gets locked in early in games like this. It could be a monster performance.
Morris kicks to Jokic. Craig passes to Morris. Here's Jokic. Chandler with the block. Jokic with the steal. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
And Chandler throws it down.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
Harden outside. There's the pass to House. Harden up top. 18 points for him. Hangs in the air. And contact on the... And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And the wide open shot from Morris. Offline with his 3.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Jeff Green picks one up. The Nuggets shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
For Houston, they've gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Now Chandler. Down low. Green, the pass to Chandler. The putback, and Green is right there. Green's got the lead up to 4 now for the Rockets.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Grant down low. Carroll covering. No good from Grant. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Houston. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter. To the paint, here's Chandler. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
How about that? Tyson Chandler with some muscle on display. He's skinny, but the strength to power through that time.
Rockets have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. Free throw no good for Chandler. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Tyson Chandler. Rockets leading by 6. Rivers passes to Tucker. 15 seconds left to play in the third. Gordon kicks to Rivers. Back to Gordon. 6 to shoot. Feeds it to Tucker. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. And the Rockets lead by 8.
And the advantage they have starting to increase. Things are coming together for them at a really opportune time.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? The Rockets on top. They lead by 8. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. At the forward slots, it's Barton and Millsap. And it's Jokic in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Rivers kicks to Gordon. Inside. Here's Tucker. That shot misses. Good defense by Jokic. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Harris. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Like that from Murray right there. When he's passing it like this, it can make him so much better and so much more open.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
And the playmaking of Jokic, so incredible. Creating this inverted offense. Bones, for your money, does it matter what position your best playmaker occupies?
I don't think so. And Jokic might be the secret sauce to that, and proving that from the center position, much like Arvydas Sabonis and Vlade Divac before him, can impact and also frustrate opposing defenses because you can't stop the center from making these kind of plays.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, during the break I was able to catch the message Houston's coach gave to his team. This game is obviously close, could go either way, and he wanted to make sure that his guys were all on the same page and were all staying with the game plan in order to close this one out. Kevin?
Millsap, it's good on the putback.
They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
And now Millsap pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession.
Shooting for Denver, Paul Millsap.
The first one falls.
Paul Millsap has been underrated for most of his career. A consistent double-double threat and has performed at an all-star weekend.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Barton passes to Murray to take the lead, and there's another one for the Nuggets.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
Here's Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
But Will Barton, always going full speed, that time finds a bullet pass to a teammate.
Barton with it, now guarded by Barton, and the foul on Will Barton. That is his first foul of the game. Harden against Harris. It's Harden with the drive.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. They lead by 1 and finished off by Westbrook. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
Now that's why Millsap is such a counted-on player, just knows how to hit the big ones.
Westbrook kicks to House. Here's Chandler. Houston moving it around. In the corner, it's Westbrook. 4 on the clock. Here's Harden. No good. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Barton passes to Jokic. With the tip. And another shot. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Harden with the defensive effort. And the call up against Jokic. That'll be his second foul of the game. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Barton. And the Rockets making a change here as well. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Tyson Chandler.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
There's the double team with Westbrook. Millsap in the corner. Jokic trying to free himself up. And Paul Millsap, the bucket on the assist by Murray. Millsap's got 10 points in just the second half. And Westbrook, here we go. And the dunk by Westbrook.
And that's what a guy like Westbrook will do for you, willing his team forward in these big moments.
Here's Murray. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
He hits the first one, and that ties the game up. And so making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
Yep, it counts.
And this is the thing about Westbrook. He wants to take the responsibility when it matters most.
Murray right side. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
Well, Jokic needed it, and he got it.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're behind by 1. 1:04 left in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Nikola Jokic.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has the big fella delivered. He has just killed them down low.
Westbrook kicks to Harden. Another miss by Houston. For Denver, they've got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Pass to Porter. Westbrook against Murray. With the second effort, money!
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
It's Westbrook with the drive. Money!
It's funny when Russell slows down, he gets a little more crafty with his moves and his pacing, leaving the defense right there helpless.
Here's Murray. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And Murray's so exciting as he's continued to grow his offensive game, not just a spot-up three-point deep shooter, but now operating behind pick and rolls and becoming more and more of a leader for this ball club.
Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Martin is checked in. He knocks down the clutch free throw.
You can't have any more pressure on you than he had at the line right there. Shows you what he's made up as he's able to tie it up.
Yeah, this game is not over when Jamal Murray is still able to play.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Nope. Every opportunity here have to have flawless execution. Ties it up with that one. You know, he's such a smart scorer. He doesn't force anything, lets the opportunities come to him.
4-on-3 break. Here's Harden. Count!
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
For three, Murray. The three won't fall. And so it's a narrow victory for Houston, pulling it out for the double. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish.
For the land of the free.
Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K. Now Golden State's starting five. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Chris, and it's Wiggins in at the three. And for Houston, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. PJ Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the small forward. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Now here's Curry following the miss by Russell Westbrook.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
And the dunk by Westbrook.
Westbrook has tremendous elevation for a guard. So athletic, and not only does he get high up in the air, he's strong while he's up there.
Now here's Curry. No good from outside. And it's the Rockets on the break. A baseline J, and Westbrook gets it to go on the assist from Tucker.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And the basket by Curry.
That three ball of Curry, deadly. I mean, you feel like it's going in as soon as he lets it go, no matter where, what angle, or how deep.
And looking at Curry's stats, one thing that jumps out, and it may be a little surprising, for the last 3 seasons, he's averaged over 5 rebounds a game.
And those rebounding numbers, GA, just speak to Curry's overall impact.
And when you look at Steph's size and the amount of time he spends on the perimeter, there's no way he should be cleaning the glass like that. But you can't teach heart and you can't teach instinct, and he has both.
And now here's Chris. And another three for Golden State.
Man, I have great appreciation for the IQ of Stephen Curry. I mean, once the ball hits his hands, guys, you know he's thinking about letting it go.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Chalk up 2 there.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
To the middle. And Westbrook gets it to go. Westbrook's got 8 points.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Here's Curry with the three. Rebound by House.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And Westbrook gets it to go.
Excellent job that time by Westbrook. Spots a weakness and then burst right to exploit it.
Now here's Curry. He has 6. Right side, Green. Westbrook with the steal. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
Man, I tell you what, one of the things I love about Westbrook is the ferocity with which he attacks the rack. When he's driving inside, he's trying to punish the defender and the basket.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Harden outside. And stolen by Chris. Curry with it. And it's Harden picking him up. Wiggins drives in. And Wiggins throws it down.
Yeah, Curry is so impressive. His peripheral vision is what makes him unique, in addition to his ball handling skills. He does a nice job setting up his teammates and knows how to get them the ball when they're open.
Harden, no good.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Outside for Curry. Wiggins left side. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Houston with a big group substitution here. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Chandler. Damari Carroll comes in for Robert Covington. Ben McLemore, he's checked in for Daniel House. And Gordon subbed in for James Harden. And finished off by Westbrook.
You know, whether it's going solo or in a set like the pick and roll, Westbrook has a knack for creating offense.
Here's Wiggins, and Wiggins throws it down. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter. Lobbed up there for Green. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And here we go. Fast break. Wiggins has got it. Outside for Curry. For three. Westbrook pulls it in.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Got a piece of it. And slam dunk by Pascal.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and
the power on that
Boy, that time Russell Westbrook going for the spectacular with a little extra pizzazz.
Outside Curry. Launches it. It's rebounded by Houston. Here's Gordon. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. And earlier we spoke with Klay Thompson about the value of...
Realize how easy it is to get looks from him.
Greg, you think about the championships they've won together. Incredible connection between these two.
Yeah, I mean, they have different styles, play different positions, but both are tough, competitive, and step up when it matters most.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. Looney out there with Eric Pascal. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Toscano in at the small forward position. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Rockets trail by 3. Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
And you really can't forget about Green's speed, so effective on the drive.
Here's Poole. He's guarded by Rivers. Poole, the pass to Looney. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Here's Gordon, and the pass to McLemore. And some nice passing there by Houston. And it's Curry with the rebound. Curry's got 4 rebounds in this game. Toscano lays it up and banks it in. Toscano's got the lead up to 5 now for the Warriors.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Gordon finds Tucker. Now here's McLemore. The drive by Gordon. Second shot opportunity. Pass to McLemore. Fires for 3. And it's Looney with the rebound. Warriors leading by 6. Pascal, the pass to Toscano. Over Rivers. Off the left rim and out.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning. And your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. 4-on-3 break. Wiggins with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. Wiggins dishes to Green. Thompson for the triple. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. Trailing by 4. And the jam by Harden.
You know, Harden has that quick first step. Once he sees a lane to the rim, he's going to take it.
Thompson for 3. Carroll with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And we hear of players attacking rehab. You know, Greg, by all accounts, Clay took it to another level.
He said he hadn't stopped working since the 3rd day after the NBA Finals. There was even some talk of him coming back toward the end of the year, but the Warriors quickly shut that down, knowing how much he means to this franchise.
Back to Wiggins. 5 to shoot. Wiggins drawing the double team. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And the basket by Smailagic.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And the jam by Harden.
Well, we know Eric Gordon is a great shooter now, but he is also willing to make the extra pass.
Launches a 3. Thompson misses.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Harden scanning the floor. And Harden with the stuff.
Well, I tell you what, with Harden, sometimes it seems the more the defense bodies him up, the more determined and effective he is in scoring.
Poole the pass to Wiggins. Outside, Green. Thompson for the triple. That one's not going to go. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Warriors lead. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the 3rd quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive. And Kenny, Steph Curry, the son of 2 tremendous athletes who ripped. And that does it for our half.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game. He has been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. PJ Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the 3 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
A team-first player. When Thompson notices one of his guys is uncovered, he is willing to get it to him.
And it's the Warriors on the break. And Green slams it in.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Pass to Tucker and stolen by Chris. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. Pass to Chris. Back to Green. Golden State moving the ball around. Curry can't get it to go. Rockets trail by 6. Here's Westbrook. Great tee that time from Green. The Warriors, another fast break opportunity here. Count that one. Thompson's got 5 now.
I like the fact he had his head up immediately looking to make the dish down the floor. Get rid of it quickly.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game.
You're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
The Rockets making a switch here. Chandler's checked in. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Westbrook dishes to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Boy, we know what a skilled passer Westbrook is, but you still got to appreciate that dime there. Very impressive.
Curry kicks to Pascal. Back to Curry. The three. Good on the three-point shot. Curry's got the lead up to 9 now for the Warriors.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Chandler and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You've got to work harder on the glass.
The pass to Toscano. Dishes to Curry. Over Westbrook. Curry can't get it to go. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Houston. 7-point differential. The Warriors have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And I think one of the things understated about Harden, he's a great athlete. I mean, he can rise and bounce. He's strong. He's quick. He can easily punch it on you when he gets to the rim.
Outside for Curry. Fires the three. That shot, no good. And the Rockets take it the other way. And Westbrook, here we go, falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
Boy, it's been a great game thus far for Westbrook, and he's not done yet. Never satisfied, always pushing the envelope.
Outside Curry. Back to Thompson. Passes it to Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Curry's got 6 in the quarter.
He's really picked up where he left off in the first.
It's Westbrook with the drive. The layup missed. Warriors leading by 6. Throws it up high. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
The defense all over Westbrook there, but he's crafty. He's slick, and he was focused on that shot.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Thompson finds Pascal. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Robert Covington picks one up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Curry on the wing. Buries it from three-point range. Curry's got 18 points.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
McLemore, no good. Warriors leading by 9. And here we go. Fast break. Wiggins has got it. Here's Smailagic, guarded by Green. Smailagic passes to Curry. And another 3 for Golden State.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And it's Green with the jam.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
It's stolen by Green. Here's Rivers. And it's wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. On the court for Golden State here in the 4th. Green down low with Looney. Wiggins is out there with Curry. And it's Smailagic in at the 3 slot. Thompson, he's checked in for the Warriors. Here's McLemore, and McLemore slams it in.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Outside for Curry. No good with the triple.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
A nice shot by Rivers.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Drains the 3-pointer. And the Warriors lead by 7.
Their 3rd 3-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Timeout called, the Rockets. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
He can't miss from deep. The defense has to regroup here, and I think they've got to change things up because he's locked in from behind the arc.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. And the Warriors also making a change. Chris is checked in. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, the Rockets coach had some words for his team during the timeout. He told them, don't look at the scoreboard. It's 0-0. One play at a time. Execute the game plan. That's how we're going to win this game. Kevin, he's trying to keep them focused.
Well, you know, I did not think I'd ever see a player equal Oscar Robertson's triple-double average for a season, which the Big O did back in '62. Then along came Russell Westbrook. Another level. Did it for 3 straight seasons, making an indelible mark in the history books.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Releases. Thompson dishes to Curry. Golden State moving it around. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists in the game.
And last season, Westbrook passing the great Magic Johnson for 2nd all-time in career triple-doubles. Does he catch Oscar Robertson with 181?
I think he does, Greg. I think he's got a chance anyway, I should say that. Just to be in the conversation speaks volumes to all you need to know about Russell Westbrook's greatness.
Wiggins finds Green, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Rockets trail by 11. Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Stolen by Westbrook. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Goes up, and Harden with the stuff.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Tyson Chandler. Outside for Curry. On the wing, Wiggins. Back to Curry. Puts up a 3. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Here's Harden on the wing. Jacks up a 3. Hands it from downtown.
They knew this was coming. Harden can't just let that last 3 go. Way too competitive for that.
Now here's Wiggins. D right on him. Curry outside. The Rockets pull it in.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Wiggins with the block.
Great read that time by Wiggins, anticipating the shot. Sends it out with return to sender poster.
Here's Tucker. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Covington with the steal. Now a timeout called by Houston. They're trailing by 7. A minute 20 left in the game. And now let's present our New Balance player of the game, Stephen Curry.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight.
And, you know, when you get a clean look at the rim, Harden usually will find you. I think he's underrated and undervalued at making his teammates better.
Up and in on the layup.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Rockets trail by 7. It's Westbrook with the drive. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Westbrook is a master at drawing fouls, and he's got a lot of different ways that he can put that kind of pressure on the defense.
And he ends up making the second, and that turns the lead to 6.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
It's tipped. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. Yes!
Got to make anybody besides Harden shoot the ball there. I mean, he doesn't feel the pressure. He embraces this stuff. It's right in his wheelhouse. Make somebody else shoot it.
Uncovered. Chris can't hit.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing it. But they don't want to chance that again.
Money!
Man, they're getting a fantastic effort from James Harden right now.
7-second difference, shot in game clock. Harden against Thompson to the left wing. Here's Chris. It's rebounded by Houston.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
The defense needs to be just as sharp, but it's not over yet.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down the free throws here. Foul right away.
Curry outside. So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. This win, such a tremendous emotional... David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Dick... And the Clippers looking good as they... Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. PJ Tucker is out there with Robert Covington. And it's House in at the 3, the small forward. Westbrook against Beverley. Outside, Covington. Fires the 3. Harden, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on James Harden.
The defense on George a little too tight there, but to have any chance against him, you have to challenge him.
And so he makes both from the line.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Now here's Westbrook. Tucker finds Westbrook. It's Covington on the wing. Just 4 to shoot. Houston needs to get a shot off. Westbrook can't get it to go.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
To the inside. Stolen by Harden. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Zubac the pass to Beverley. And George kicks to Zubac. And again, the turnover by the Clippers.
Boy, if you're the coach, you hate to see that kind of miscommunication between your guys.
Rockets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Harden surveying the D. For 3. Doesn't go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. George passes to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Westbrook kicks to Harden. Now about 2 minutes. Oh, that was something else.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Left side, Leonard. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Westbrook passes to Harden. Harden draws the double. Down low. Kicks it out to Covington. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. Here's Westbrook. Paul George making his last shot. Passes to House. 1:58 left in the first quarter of the game. 6 on the shot clock. Westbrook finds Harden. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Gordon's checked in for Daniel House. Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for George. Williams looking over the floor. Pass to Harrell. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. In the corner, it's Morris. Harrell, the pass to Morris. Tries again. The shot, no good. So Houston will take it the other way.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Now here's Williams. And Harden comes to help. Here's Harrell. Here's Williams. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Westbrook with it. Guarded now by Morris. And Tucker kicks to Harden. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Lou Williams.
As crafty as they come, Harden uses that tremendous body control to his advantage.
So for the Rockets, Green, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Damari Carroll comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Ben McLemore in for Russell Westbrook. And then for Los Angeles, JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Landry Shamet comes in for Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And the shot goes in.
Quick off the floor for these offensive rebounds. Green's 7'2" wingspan. It helps him snatch them.
Puts it up. Green. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Back to Williams. Pass to Green from the wing. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Williams with the steal. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. It's good.
The foot speed of JaMychal quickly changes ends, able to convert these plays with ease.
And still a close game. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverly about his throwback style.
Old school basketball, you know.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
And you know this, most of the time, offensive rebounds generate high percentage looks.
So for the Clippers right now, they've got Jackson. Landry Shamet is out there with JaMychal Green. Then there's Harrell, and it's Williams at the two-guard spot. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Harrell's got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
Incredible activity from Montrezl Harrell. So many of his points is off the offensive glass.
Green, and that one is good. Green's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint. And the energy of a guy like Montrezl Harrell can rub off on the entire team.
Yes, it can. GA, he plays with a high motor, generates steals, blocks, and deflections. He's active all over the court, and now we're seeing it on the offensive end as well.
Now here's Jackson, following the miss by Austin Rivers. Jackson down low. Here's Harrell. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Getting his number called from the mid-range. Montrezl Harrell's game is growing.
Here's Rivers. Drops in the layup for 2. Rivers has got it all tied up now for the Rockets.
Not just selling for something along the perimeter. Excellent job.
And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's his first foul for the Rockets. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Green. And Daniel House subbed in for McLemore. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Williams.
Quick off his feet, the long arms, easy jam for Jackson.
And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. To the paint. Tucker, the pass to Rivers. Gordon deciding where to go with it. The putback. And the rejection by Zubac. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. 2 points. That one goes. And now a 4-point Clipper lead.
Hard to keep up with Reggie when he gets out in space. And on top of that, an excellent finisher.
Now here's Gordon. He's covered closely. Shoots over Shamet. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Clippers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Rivers against Jackson. And there's the pass to Zubac. In the corner, Shamet with it. Fires the three. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Carroll finds Rivers. Count it. Good. Rivers has got his second bucket of the game to go.
One of Rivers' pet moves, the dribble drive. He has the size and length to do damage off of it.
George passes to Zubac. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. Rockets have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. Feeds to Tucker. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And even if you risk a foul, the D has to play him tougher when he gets it that deep.
And if you don't, they keep finding the matchup every time up the floor.
Here's Gordon. And the call. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Here's Houston now. Good momentum, 8 straight points. It's Westbrook with the drive. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Leonard inside, guarded by Harden. And yes, it's good.
This is what you want to do on the offensive end. Get Kawhi looks in the paint. Rely on him to make a play.
Westbrook passes to Tucker, the 10-footer. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. And the Rockets lead by 6. And Los Angeles guys shooting 45% in quarter number 2. Left block shot on the way. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Harden. Lays it up off the glass. Harden's got the lead up to 8 now for the Rockets.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just up.
And so it's the Houston Rockets in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. And with James Harden in the fold, it seems the Rockets will always be dynamite. And
we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Harden and Gordon are out on the wings. Robert Covington out there with Chandler, and it's Westbrook and a point guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. And there's Chandler. That's good on the assist by Westbrook. Chandler's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Rockets. Leonard draws the double, and he banks in the layup. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
and now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Passes it to Zubac. On the wing, Morris. Here's Leonard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Tyson Chandler.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Chandler, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
A 3 from Morris. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
Here's Beverly, rips down the breakaway slam.
Lightning speed. Lou picks the ball clean, gets it up ahead. That's a nice play.
And he converts the layup. Now it's just a 3-point Rocket lead.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Here's Harden on the wing. The offensive rebound.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. And good that time. That's 10 points for Kawhi Leonard.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one all quarter.
There's the double team with Covington. Morris. But they'll get another chance. Stolen by Harden. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Chandler leading the charge.
A beautiful pass to lead his teammate right to the hoop.
And here is Los Angeles now. 7-point differential. Leonard kicks to Beverly. Outside Williams. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. A 3 from Leonard. Tyson Chandler pulls it in. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Houston Rockets. They've led by as much as 10.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Green, he's checked in for Chandler. Daniel House comes in for Gordon. And it's Ben McLemore in for James Harden.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Harrell, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Williams has got 4 assists in the game.
Because he's so good at shooting it and driving it, defenses overplay Lou, leaving other guys free.
And that one's good. Green's got 10.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
There's been an emphasis on ball movement, and he's been a major catalyst.
Rockets leading by 7. Pass to McLemore. Off target from outside. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammates. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
And Westbrook, here we go. And the shot is good. 10 points for him.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot. Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
Harrell kicks to Jackson. With 1 on the clock.
Getting hit on the way up, the ability to finish in traffic might be Harrell's strongest attribute offensively.
And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, the two stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Reggie Jackson out there with Landry Shamet, and Harrell's in at center.
And the offense starting to click for them this half. They've raised that field goal percentage quite a bit since the break.
Now here's McLemore outside. That one doesn't drop. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ben McLemore. That's his first foul. Damari Carroll's checked in for Houston. Now Jackson to the middle. Stolen by Tucker. Here's House. Excellent D there from George.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
Tucker finds Carroll. Rivers against Jackson. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. And the Clippers making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Carroll against Carroll. From deep, McLemore. Another miss by Houston.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
Jackson. It's rebounded by Houston. Pass to McLemore. And the rejection by Leonard.
Yeah, that shot gets jacked. Great anticipation by the claw.
And Morris throws it down.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
Rivers dishes to McLemore. Back to Rivers. The three. That's good from McLemore on the assist by Rivers. McLemore's got his first 3 points of the game. The drive by Jackson and the dunk by Jackson.
The flat-out speed of Reggie Jackson. No struggles getting to the rim and then doing something about it when he gets there.
And George gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Rockets making a change here. Harden's checked in. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Beverly's checked in. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
And really, on top of all else Harden does for you at this end, he's a tremendous free throw shooter, around 85% for his career. Clutch.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Robert Covington's checked in for Damari Carroll. Gordon comes in for Danuel House. And Russell Westbrook subbed in for Ben McLemore.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
The pass to Westbrook. Back to Harden. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Maybe the best ever at earning free throws. I mean, Harden has mastered the art of contact and still being able to get off the shot. And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Here's George. Misses off the left iron.
Way too much defensive pressure for him to get up a clean look.
Harden draws the double. Here's Westbrook. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
Here's Zubats. Yes, that goes in.
He goes to the bounce pass there. Nice rhythm at the end of the play.
Westbrook surveying the D. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. It's tipped. Here's Gordon. Drills the leaner. And the Rockets lead by 9.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
And here's Leonard from 3. Westbrook pulls it in.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
And a staple of Harden's attack. Sometimes it seems he's better finishing through contact on the drive.
Here's Morris. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Relentless on the offensive glass, and then you love the finish.
Westbrook against Beverly. And 1:01 left here in the fourth quarter.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Rockets.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Russell Westbrook.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel. Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away. This is who you want leading that play, a sure passer with great awareness.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Covington passes to Harden. Harden draws the double. Shot clock at 6. Outside Westbrook. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Beverly. So we see the Rockets get the win here. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting. The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. At the forward slots, it's Barton and Millsap. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. And it's Jokic in at the center. And for Houston, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. PJ Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the 3 slot.
Oh, and when Harden is going strong to the rim, he's looking for the throwdown, whipping the rim down hard on that one.
Now Murray. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And even at 6'5", Murray just elevates high inside for these buckets. A high percentage shooter down low. And throughout his career, Robert Covington, a favorite in the advanced stats community. No surprise then that a team like the Rockets valued him so highly.
Yeah, and the decision to go small made easier by his length and his ability to defend bigger players.
They get it again. Here's Murray. Millsap left side. Second chance shot. And it's Jokic missing. An even 3-on-3 break. And the jam by Harden.
Just spectacular in the open floor. When Harden's coming downhill, you're at his mercy.
For Denver, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Pass to Barton. Jokic inside, guarded by Tucker. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Harden dishes to Tucker. The kick out to Westbrook. Harden scanning the floor. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Jokic.
Well, and last season, we saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he crossed half court, they did not want the ball in his hands.
And he knocks down the first one.
Yeah, and all the trapping had to frustrate Harden. But whatever may come, he's going to make the right play.
Yeah, and he can, Jay, because he's not just a good passer. He's a great passer. He averaged over double-digits assists the year they played him at point guard. He makes you pay for sending help. Oh, even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
Harden outside. Pass to Westbrook. Back to Harden. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From downtown. A shot, no good. Now Denver takes it the other way. Here's Harris. Finished off the break.
Open court basketball at his best. The D slow to catch up, and the assist leads him right to the bucket.
The feed to Tucker. Shoots from the line. The Rockets with another miss.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
That ties it up. Murray's got 6. And it's Harden with the ball for the Houston Rockets. Westbrook passes to Covington. Westbrook up top. Millsap covering. Westbrook kicks to Harden. Shot from 12. And that's good for 2. He's got 8.
Oh, there's the dilemma. You want to stop Harden from getting all the way to the rim, but he can also just rise and fire, or pull up and fire, or step back and fire, and there's not much you can do about it.
And here's Millsap from the arc. The Rockets pull it in.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Westbrook dishes to Harden. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Westbrook finds Harden. Scored the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Oh, the bearded one cannot be intimidated. No matter how much contact Harden takes, he'll still find a way to finish.
Murray, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
And it's Jokic missing. It's stolen by Harris. Barton trying to get open. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
And you better hammer Jokic to get him off on his shot. The Serbian is a solid 7-footer and laser focused. And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Shoots from 8. And he comes up with the deuce.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes.
Here's Westbrook. The shot from the low post is good. Westbrook's got 6.
Now, they've tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
Murray, no good.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that shit is easy.
And Harden with the stuff.
I mean, he's got a lot of smarts on the court, but Tucker doesn't need to think too much on that assist. He was wide open. Now, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. Way too slow to protect the rim.
James Harden getting it done for the Houston Rockets. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Selfless. I mean, you need to
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup.
Oh, wow!
Nice! He uses his finesse to get flashy. I mean, Westbrook is an elite above-the-rim finisher.
Rockets leading by 8. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
Stolen by Grant. Westbrook against Plumlee. He can't get that one. And Houston the other way now. It's Harden with the drive, and Grant sends it back. And there's the call on Chandler. That's his first foul. Houston making some changes. Jeff Green is checked in for Chandler. Damari Carroll comes in for Robert Covington. And Gordon subbed in for Danuel House. Grant. And again, Denver no good.
Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide-open three like that.
The Nuggets trail by 12, and pushing it up. Here's Denver. Offensive rebound. The shot's good from Plumlee.
And that's why you never stop working in the paint at either end of the floor.
Inside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, and for a guard, Harden does a ton of damage inside, especially how he gets these foul calls close to the basket.
McLemore's checked in for Russell Westbrook. And both free throws good for James Harden.
Well, his free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Plumlee, no luck. Houston leading by 12. Outside Gordon. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Denver's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And a wide open look for Porter. James Harden with the rebound. Harden's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And it's sent back by Plumlee.
He just can't find the touch this quarter. He's got to keep grinding, though, and looking for the best shot possible.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Harden outside. Here's Green. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 4th assist in this one. Morris against Harden. Shoots from the elbow. It's good. And the Rocket lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Morris.
And he's not going to pass up that one. And trust me, he shouldn't. He's solid from that in-between area.
Harden outside. And he overshot that one, missing.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Bucket is good.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Rockets leading by 8. Eric Gordon on the wing. 52 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Harden. Rocket 6. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
Well, 1 make in 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
And Morris has got the ball here for Denver. Plumlee. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Jeff Green picks one up. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. P.J. Tucker comes in for Damari Carroll, and it's Rivers in for James Harden. Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Grant. Martin comes in for Porter. Gary Harris is checked in for Torrey Craig. And Murray's subbed in for Morris. And Tucker kicks to Rivers. Lets it fly. And it's off the back rim. No good. Now here is Harris, guarded by McLemore. Harris dishes to Plumlee. From about 16, it's good. And the Rocket lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Harris. And so it's Houston heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 18 points, and the Rockets. That's all for now.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
He did a great job of attacking the seams, getting to the rim, and then finishing strong.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Murray in at the 1.
Yeah, with Westbrook on the ball, you can't have a hole in your defense. He's too smart to miss it.
Top of the line, competitive spirit for P.J. Tucker. Doesn't mind doing the dirty work.
Yeah, he's just ecstatic to contribute to a winning team. After bouncing around all those years in Europe and then those losing years in Phoenix, he's found a home in Houston. But they've got this lead because he's at the top of his game. He has been the story tonight.
Barton finds Murray. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
How about the strength of Murray finishing the shot off easily, even with the harm?
The Nuggets have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Harden up top, guarded by Harris. Harden, no good. The Nuggets trail by 6. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Double clutches. Harris trying to get free. And Jokic lays it up and in. Jokic has got 6.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass. That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Murray surveying the D. Passes it to Jokic. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Tyson Chandler is checked in for P.J. Tucker. Damari Carroll comes in for Daniel House. Gordon's checked in for James Harden. And it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. Rivers passes to Chandler. That one goes. Count it. And the Rockets lead by 6. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body, and I think we will see that in time.
Murray kicks to Millsap. Murray, the pass to Jokic. It's not going to go for him. Chandler with the defensive effort. Down low. Here's Covington, and the dunk by Covington.
I mean, this is Gordon's offensive instincts going to work. I mean, feeds the open man the moment he spots him.
Murray against Rivers. Lets it go from 14. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket for Murray. Covington passes to Gordon. Good.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Houston making some changes. Green comes in for Chandler. And it's Ben McLemore in for Robert Covington. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
To the inside. Green, no luck.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything it can.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Grant's got 6.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Oh, and McLemore is a total genius when it comes to tricking the D. So good at how he goes up into the contact on the shot.
For Houston, they have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. There's a minute left in the third quarter of the game. Morris outside. Porter finds Morris. And there's the pass to Craig to the wing right side. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Clock is at 3. And he lays it straight in.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Inside, Green. And Green slams it in.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
And Plumlee kicks to Craig. Plumlee, the pass to Craig. On the wing, Morris. He's guarded by Rivers. Morris with the bucket. "16 seconds left here in the third quarter. Now here's McLemore. Defense is right there, and the layup's good off the glass.
Oh, I love it. He's working the ball down low. Always a good plan of attack.
Plumlee with it. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Houston Rockets, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. We're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Right back after this break. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Then it's McLemore. Then it's P.J. Tucker. And it's House in a power forward. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Porter outside. Denver the rebound. Here's Millsap. Can't hit from 12. Rockets leading by 9, and even 3-on-3 break. Here's McLemore, and he gets the bucket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Morris. And again, Denver no good. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's his first foul. And the Rockets making a change here. Chandler's checked in. Denver also making some changes. Martin's checked in for Michael Porter. Harris comes in for Torrey Craig. And it's Jamal Murray in for Morris. Murray against Westbrook. House kicks to Westbrook. Harden outside. Launches it. The Rockets with another miss.
Well, that's just a lucky break for the D. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
It's good, and the Rocket lead is cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Barton.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Chandler dishes to Westbrook. Harden outside. He kicks it to House. Back to Harden. Houston needs to get a shot off. Jokic with the steal. And here they come. Harris with it. Westbrook picks him up. Up again. Jokic on the follow.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
The defense probably had a plan for Westbrook's drive, but he's so dynamic. I mean, it all falls apart.
Pass to Barton. Down low. Got it, and the Houston lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Jokic.
Well, how about this turnaround? He played a fringe role in the first half, and now he's the man for them.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. And stolen by Murray, and out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. For the Rockets, P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Chandler. And Robert Covington subbed in for McLemore. Here's Westbrook. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And he hammers that one down right on the face of Jamal Murray.
Yeah, Westbrook is really racking up points. I mean, the focus he's brought to this game is just incredible.
Murray, good.
Who knows what this score would look like if he wasn't on his game tonight.
It's Westbrook with the drive, and he hammers that one down right on the face of Jamal Murray.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, G.A. He really does put pressure on him.
And, guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
You got to love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Harden outside. Out to the right wing. Here is House. Pass to Westbrook. Harden outside. From outside the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Harden's got 23.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Houston.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
I think it paid off, that's for sure.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Russell Westbrook.
He hung a big number on the scoreboard, and it wasn't just because he was hot. He did it with movement and tenacity.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And Bahamute comes in for Robert Covington. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Daniel House. And it's Austin Rivers in for James Harden. Chandler finds Rivers. Launches a three. Porter pulls it in. And so here's Denver. It's a 16-point game. 36 seconds left in the fourth. The shot will not fall. And here's Sefolosha. He brings it up for Houston. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. The kick out to Westbrook. For the three. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Passes it to Vonleh. Here's Paige Diop. From deep. So we see Houston taking the W here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offense.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.